The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and sports is brought to you by the Marquee Network. Stream Cubs baseball at watchmarquee.com.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
And streaming it on Marquee all week. There's been some incredible moments in the Cubs-White Sox series. Come from behind victories that seemed almost like the Matrix. Kind of a glitch in the Matrix, if you will, both nights. It looked like the same game.
A good glitch.
Oh, yeah, very well for the Cubs fans.
It out, baby.
For us Northsiders, not so much for Case, the Southsider there, the Sox fan. But the Cubs didn't do that. They lost to the Reds in the Natty, starting a 4-game series with them. Listen, 4 days in Cincinnati, couple bonuses. Now, they have it here in Jewel, and there's a couple locations, too. But Grater's Ice Cream is from Cincinnati. And the Grater's S'mores Ice Cream is the greatest s'mores flavor of ice cream ever created.
Really?
Without question. If you like s'mores and you haven't tried Grater's, you can get it at Jewel. But they also have a couple, like Oberweis has locations. They have that, too. I'm not sure where they are. I'm not sure where the closest one is. Because there's not one in the city where I am.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Grater's. It's a weird spelling, too. It's like R-E...
Oh, you're going to look up the location now. Okay, interesting.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
That's what
I can't see his screen. I thought he was going to pull up something important. Or he playing up DoorDash?
Thought I was pulling up a Cubs stat?
Yeah, so
No.
I didn't think anything. I can't see your screen. That's what you're pulling up?
Yeah, so
Is
the-
how fast you can get to an ice cream shop?
So there's the
We're
North...
talking right now.
They appear that they're on the north side. We have Northbrook, and then there's also one in Winnetka. So in the well-to-do suburbs.
Well, thank God. We've solved that.
Now you know where Grater's, but just go to Jewel and get it. It was on sale this week. I got a
How
couple
about
of
you
them.
pull up every Jewel in Illinois really fast?
So if you don't know where a Jewel is near you,
Shouting out locations.
text in your zip code right now, and I'll tell you where your nearest Jewel is. Kenzie's going to get those text numbers in.
I will not.
She will answer where the closest Jewel is
I'm
to
going to
you.
block everyone who asks what Jewel's near them.
Other than Grater's, what's the other positive of being in Cincinnati for 4 days?
Well, there's another food benefit there. Montgomery Inn barbecue sauce, which you can't get at Jewel, but you can get at Kroger if there's a Kroger near
Well, they
you.
can get. You're missing the biggest thing.
About Cincinnati?
Yeah.
What's that?
Chili.
The Skyline Chili.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Another bonus.
That's with the noodles. Very good. I like it.
They call it three-way, so it's like spaghetti with chili on
Have a
top.
little three-way.
Uh-huh.
I like their hot dogs with chili on them.
Yes, a chili dog.
Yeah.
Yes, those are good.
Wait, I don't understand. What is it? It's a hot dog with chili on it.
What do they call hot dogs with chili on them? What is the word I'm looking for?
I forgot that had already been established.
Yeah, so it would be a chili
God,
dog.
I just can't think of it.
I
A
know.
chili dog.
I know. Now,
Yes.
when they put cheese on the fries, also.
Yeah.
That's correct. What do they call that?
They call those cheese fries.
Damn it. It was on the tip of my tongue.
So that's some benefits if the Cubs fans going down there this weekend for the games. It's not that far, about a 6-7 hour drive. Let's see, 5-hour drive to
Five.
Cincinnati. 5-hour drive to the Natty. And then let's get to the White Sox, who are right here at home on the south side. And they lost 2 to the Cubs. Thought they want to reset a little bit against the Red Sox.
Well, Sox against Sox, baby.
Yeah.
Battle of the Sox.
Nope. They lost 14-2 last night, the White Sox. And as Case pointed out to me a minute ago, there were 24 hits by the Red Sox in that game.
Wow. That's a lot of hits.
Everybody hit. Who didn't hit?
Everybody hit.
Everybody hits. Everybody's good. Like, they're doing like Little League chants.
I mean, seriously, think about, there had to be, did one guy not get a hit? Let's find that out,
Let me
Case.
look. Hold on. Let me pull up my score app.
What a
Do
loser.
you think they just left and hung their socks up? Do you think the White Sox were like, this is just a bummer?
Can you imagine the ball busting in the locker room afterward? Like, hey, check it out. Tommy didn't get a hit against the White Sox. We all got a hit.
No, they all got hits.
Everything.
Every batter got a hit.
Also, the leadoff hitter and the number 9 hitter each had 4 hits.
4?
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's fun day.
Not for the White Sox. So this is now 14 in a row. The White Sox are now officially at a franchise record in losses now.
So, if you're a White Sox fan and you're just completely and utterly dejected and you hate watching this team, I understand. But here's why you need to keep watching, because there has become a great deal of unintentional comedy by way of their play-by-play man, John Schifrin. He starts the game last night. He says, Steve Stone, I got a feeling the White Sox are going to turn it around tonight. 2 pitches later, Red Sox hit a leadoff home run. Later on in the game, as the Sox, I think at this point, are up 9-0, he goes, man, everything the Red Sox are doing is just working tonight.
Yeah.
It's like, they're knocking the cover off every pitch. That's what's happening.
Listen, you can only control what you can control. And if they are just being really good at hitting, that's on them. You know, what are you supposed to do? They just got it tonight.
Listen, the Cubs just had a rough month as well. It's better when both baseball teams are competitive, obviously, especially when those games this week. But, man, the White Sox, I do have a spot in my heart as a Cubs fan for the White Sox fans right now. And they're calling for Jerry Reinsdorf's head.
Well, yeah, I mean, as we should continue to do. The scary thing is, and I'll continue to say this because it's a warning to everybody, we're witnessing the best version of the 2024 Chicago White Sox right now. I read an article last night that they are actively shopping for deals for Luis Robert Jr. right now, and Garrett Crochet is next. Those are our two best players.
Yikes.
Things are only going to get worse from here.
Wow. There you go. But they will face the Red Sox on the south side tonight.
Big gulps, huh?
And I'll just throw this in. We talked about food with the Cubs game. I was out on my little deck last night for a minute, about 8 o'clock. I go, damn, it's a nice summer night for baseball. You go down to the ballpark and just sit outside and enjoy. Well, it's near the Dan Ryan, so there might be a little bit of smog over there. But still, it'll be a nice day to just sit outside and get some good food and family fun at the White Sox ballpark. I really believe that.
Can I have a fun full circle moment with you?
Sure.
So, the Graders in Winnetka. Wait.
Okay.
This is fun.
The Graders ice cream I talked about.
The Graders ice cream in Winnetka was the drugstore in Home Alone where he steals the toothbrush.
Wow.
How fun is that?
Okay. All right, now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, now it's history and ice cream. That's what I'm talking about.
See, Googling during the show is good.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I see a bunch of
I
people.
just chime back in later.
I see a bunch of people on our text line have texted in their area code, the
I
zip
know.
code. Not the area code, the zip code to let you know where the closest jewel is to them to get the Graders
somebody
ice
did
cream.
like the actual the area code. I'm like, it's 630. There's a lot of jewels with a 630 number. I need a full zip code.
Damn, in 630, there's got to be like 20 jewels.
Oh, my
Because I
God.
looked, and there's a lot.
Yeah, they had a deal on Graders ice cream
Off
there.
the top of my, like, Aurora, Sugar Grove, all of them in downtown Chicago, Saratoga. I mean, come on.
So you really looked it up then,
St.
didn't you?
Charles. I got it up. Because this is what you do to my life.
You feel better about it, don't you? Help people out. Helping people help people.
Well, I don't know what location they want. I need a zip code, not an area code.
She's turning into Howard Dean by listing off all those cities.
Yeah. Going to Schaumburg,
Galena.
Sugar Grove, and then we're going to head out to Naperville. Yeah!
Indian Trail. I mean, I'm slammed over here.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and Kenzie's giving out diligently directions to the jewel near you. If you text in your address, she'll tell you how to get to your jewel.
This is unbelievable. I cannot believe I'm just finding jewel Oscos for people. What is happening?
Yep, that's your job today. Now, we will get to Clash with Kenzie. She will pause, and we'll get you on the phones for that in just a second. But in the meantime, YouTubers always doing something crazy. I love that YouTuber's kind of a job category now.
I hate when kids say they want to be a YouTuber. It just bothers me.
But if I was
At least say influencer. Like, you're going to just do YouTube.
Well, if I was a 10-year-old kid right now, I would say I want to grow up and be a YouTuber. Why wouldn't you? That's like the best job ever.
So, I love my husband, Roman, but he's definitely got he's like OCD and he's got to like control things. Like little things bother him.
Good thing I don't have any of that.
Oh my God. And I just have to like ignore him all the time. But when we were like, oh, Tristan, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like he'll say something and Justin's like, no. And I'm like, you can't just leave him alone. He's 10. You don't just say, you're not going to do that.
Is he saying an accountant?
No, because he'll be like,
Tristan's, I want to be an accountant. But no, you're not.
Not in this family.
he's like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. He's like, you're not going to sit on the couch and play video games. You're going to get, it's like, okay.
But he
Reel
might.
it back in.
You guys could retire on that probably if he does it
Okay.
right. Good Lord. So this YouTuber loaded up a helicopter with fireworks and then tried to blow up a Lamborghini with it. Now, there's no audio of this, but the pictures look ridiculous, and he's facing federal charges now for doing this, for trying to blow up a Lamborghini with fireworks. But it takes us back to one of the funnier moments on this show, Audio of the Year. Now, I'll be clear. The guy turned out okay. But when a, quote, YouTuber had a painful motorized paraglider crash and had to call 911. You remember this audio. This is...
48 miles per hour. Come on, baby. Oh.
So he crashed, obviously.
Hey Siri, call 911. Hey Siri, call 911. Call 911. Emergency.
Sounds very painful.
I think he's in pain.
He came out okay, though. He did come out okay. I want to make that clear.
He
I'm
sounds
not,
like he's doing really good.
I'm not the worst person in the world, is what I'm trying to say. Siri
You
eventually
play this audio, and then every time you start defending
Please,
yourself.
I crashed my flying machine.
Okay, where are you at? So, do you know where you're at?
I'm in Enchanted Hills. I'm in the desert. Oh,
Okay, what was it that you crashed?
a paramotor.
Let me get you transferred real quick. Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay, please.
Do not hang up.
Let me go to the paramotor department.
Yeah. We made fun of him because he said flying machine first, but then we tried to explain what he actually was in. It made perfect sense that he said flying machine.
Amen. He was spot on, and you owe him an apology.
Okay, where are you at? So, do you know where you're at?
I'm in Enchanted Hills. I'm in the desert. Oh,
Okay, what was it that you crashed?
a paramotor.
Let me get you transferred real quick. Give me 1 second, okay?
The flying machine crashed.
Oh, it's too bad.
Oh, boy, it's a shame.
too bad.
Yeah.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101. You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q101.
And it is Clash with Kenzie, sponsored by the Schaumburg Boomers. Tickets, visit boomersbaseball.com. Go get yourself some for the family and you and your neighbors, everybody on the street. So we have Rainbow Kitten Surprise tickets available for you if you beat Kenzie in trivia. And those tickets go on sale today at 10 a.m. And Luke in Uptown is going to be competing for them. Luke, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
How many times a week do people go, Luke, I am your father?
Yeah, probably about 4 or 5. Around the third time, I'm done with it.
Yeah. I imagine you're done with it in life by now.
Oh, yeah.
Was there a reason your parents named you Luke?
Not that I know of.
Oh, I would have
I
asked
probably
that.
liked it.
Yeah, I would have asked that
I mean,
early on.
Skywalker, you know?
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's what I mean. Were they Star Wars
Yeah.
fans, or there's just like Uncle Luke somewhere that was cool? And they,
No, I think they're Star Wars fans.
Yeah. All right, here we go. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. It's Rainbow Kitten Surprise tickets. Call heads or tails right now, Luke.
Tails.
It is tails.
All right.
No, that's not possible.
This is another Star Wars thing?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Kenzie's just sitting this one out.
I'm bored.
It can't be true.
I feel like I'm at a guy's dinner with a group of friends. They're like, remember when we went to I'm like, okay.
Search your feelings.
What do you have the script pulled up?
God. Are you gonna do all 7 movies, or
I'm gonna
is
do
it
it.
7?
I'm gonna do it until Luke hangs up. All right, Luke. Here we go. Question number 1: what car manufacturer produces the Altima?
That would be Nissan.
Nissan. Kenzie, what is the name of the Lego-themed amusement park in California?
Legoland.
Legoland is right. I only know that from Knocked Up.
Oh, really?
In the scene when they're going like, we're going to Legoland! Legoland!
Oh, well, because I lived in Minnesota for a long time. There's a Legoland inside the Mall of America.
Oh, is there?
Oh, interesting.
We also have a Legoland out here.
We do or don't?
We do.
Is it in Schaumburg, probably Woodfield Mall?
I think maybe, yeah, it's like maybe Rosemont or Schaumburg. Yeah, it's somewhere over there.
Well, now I got to know where Legoland is
Okay.
here.
Let me just say while you're looking that up.
It's in Schaumburg.
Schaumburg.
Yeah.
If you're a parent out there and you have a young kid who's really into Legos and you're thinking about going to Legoland in California, worth every penny. That place is awesome.
Well, what's
We
different
have a
about...
Legoland here.
I know, but the one in California is in California, so it's tropical.
Oh, yeah, obviously you haven't had to travel with kids before. Like, it would be way more fun. It won't be. You just go here and then go home.
Fair enough.
I got to side with Kenzie on this. That Schaumburg sounds a lot much easier on this route.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Well, it's 1-1. It's back to Luke.
Okay, Luke. Before his passing in 2022,
Darth Vader.
which actor was a spokesman for Shantix? A lot of commercials on there for him.
Oof.
Guess an actor. 3,
22.
2. Any actor. 1.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan.
What a poll.
Great poll, but, gone too soon. Oh, man, he was a great guy. From Chicago, by the way, a great guy in the Green Mile, which Case hasn't seen yet.
That's correct.
Kenzie, do you know?
I don't know what Shantix is, so it sounds like it cures shingles. It sounds like a shingles thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick somebody older,
Okay.
and I'm going to say, the guy I'm thinking of his name, I don't know.
The diabetes guy?
Yeah,
Diabetes.
The guy that's coming into my head, what's his name in Meet the Parents? What is it?
Robert De Niro?
I was thinking of Robert De Niro. You know what? I'm going to go with Eugene Levy. He's in the Shantix commercial. For shingles.
A lot of great names. So Shantix was an anti-smoking drug.
Ow.
I know.
Sounds like shingles.
No.
Shingles Shantix. Stop the antics.
Should run the
For
marketing
shingles.
team. Da-da-da-da, stop the shingles with Shantix.
Yeah.
It was for smoking. Ray Liotta had a big smoking problem. Ray Liotta, it was from Goodfellas, who also was in Goodfellas. Obviously, Robert De Niro in Goodfellas with him.
Oh.
So close.
Gone
So,
too soon.
right there.
Yeah. All right. 1-1 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, in football, what player is known as TB12?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is right. Kenzie's got 2. Luke, Ash Ketchum was the protagonist of what card game turned anime?
That'd be Pokemon.
Pokemon is right. 2-2. This is to Kenzie.
Yep.
What popular cocktail does James Bond like shaken, not stirred?
Martini.
Martini is right. I don't know what's the difference, but I always said that like it sounded cool to say, make my drink shaken, not stirred.
Yeah, but they taste like ass. You ever had a martini?
I've actually never
Not
had one.
good.
Vodka.
I'm like, okay, maybe stir it. This is horrible. Never mind.
Never had one, Case? Well,
No, I haven't.
They're horrible. You put an olive in it, that's fun. I like an umbrella in my drink.
What was your olive sound?
In like vodka? What the hell?
Vodka's the best, but not in
But
a
like
martini.
with olives?
No, I don't like olives.
This is
That sound one more time?
It's a horrible drink. I would blow my undercover thing immediately. I'd be vomiting at the bar. This is horrible.
Luke, do you like martinis?
I don't know if I ever had a martini.
No one's had a martini.
I like
Interesting.
espresso martinis because they're like chocolate and coffee. That's good.
Let's pour sugar in the drink to make it work.
I'm like, boy, I have a lot more directions for you than just shaking it because you're going to make this drink fun.
There
Is
you
it back
go.
to Luke?
It is 3-2 back to Luke.
Luke, what is the only vowel on a standard keyboard computer that is not in the top line of letters? The only vowel.
E. No.
Oh, no. It's not E. Kenzie?
A.
A. And we pulled her keyboard away. She didn't look down on that, just to let you know, Luke.
Yeah, that was a tough one for Luke because now Kenzie's up 4-2 and it's back to her. She can win with the correct answer.
Oh, boy. Here we go. What name is given to the dark areas on the surface of the sun?
What name is given to the dark areas? And the sun seems pretty bright to me.
Yeah, there's some dark areas on it, and they're called
there
something.
really?
Yeah.
I only know the dark side of the moon. That's all I know. I don't know anything about the sun having no dark side.
Oh, that's too bad. Luke, do you know?
Leprosy.
Sunspots.
Sunspots. Dark spots or spots?
Well, that's what you get when you are into the sun a lot. You get sunspots.
The sun has them too because they're in the sun.
That's
All
right.
the sun's in the sun all the time.
That's
So the sun gets
stupid.
All right, 4-3 back to Luke.
Luke, who was the head coach of the Chicago Bulls during all 6 of their NBA championship wins? What was the coach's name?
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson. Luke ties it up. Next one wins.
That's right, but it's back to Kenzie. A lot on the line here.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Here's what we're going to do on this one. This will be fun.
Okay.
Closest one gets the point. So whoever's going to win on this one, here we go. Officially, how many neighborhoods are there in Chicago?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing?
The whole thing, the whole city limits.
Whole enchilada.
But there's like, that's
There's a lot of neighborhoods.
a lot of neighborhoods.
Just give me a number, what you think, and the closest number is going to get it.
56.
56 neighborhoods. Luke, do you know?
55.
Oh, Luke!
Oh,
Luke, my man!
no.
You should have done Prices Right and go one higher.
How many is it?
77.
all
Kenzie
right.
wins.
I see what you're trying to do to me there, Luke. Not cool.
All Congratulations.
Well, you see, because 77, though, that number's on a lot of like hats and things. And then they have that fake neighborhood, 78, that are trying to build a new White Sox ballpark in. But since the Bears didn't get like a dime from the government, you haven't heard Jerry Reinsdorf say once about this stadium that he wanted everybody, all of us, to pay for on a team that's lost the most in the franchise record.
Now, Luke, I'm your daddy, okay? Because I just want, you know what I'm saying?
Luke,
I am your daddy.
she is your daddy.
Sorry about that, man.
No, it's all good. Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, you have a stellar weekend. Here's what you do. Hang up right now, and we're going to play Giovanni. I got Giovanni and the Hired Guns. And after this song in 2.5 minutes, everybody listening has a chance to call up and win the tickets for Rainbow Kitten Surprise. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. God bless the baby. 312-591-8300. Caller 10's got tickets for Rainbow Kitten Surprise. That show is coming up on September 28th, but the tickets go on sale this morning at 10 a.m. if you like them, from our great friends at Jam. But those are free for the people that want to go, because Kenzie, one in trivia. Always go one higher. If you're doing that kind of game, it's the one number higher. It's the Price is Right rules. And speaking of game shows, boy, sad day tonight. Very sad in my household. This is Pat Sajak's last show on Wheel of Fortune. And since Harper was born, my daughter, who's now almost 19 months old, for some reason, she loves Wheel of Fortune. People say, what's her favorite show? And Kenzie always names some of those shows. Like, what's the Bluey show? The
Coco Melon?
Coco Melon.
Yeah, my baby loves Coco Melon.
Yeah, there's all.
And the Helpsters.
Yeah, no, she loved Miss Rachel, and now she's actually in the Sesame Street, which is really cool to see her mold into that. She goes, Elmo. She wants to watch Elmo. But at night, before we wind down the bed, it's Wheel of Fortune. And tonight's the last one. So I don't know how to sell to her that Ryan Seacrest is going to be the new host. Like, see, it's the same show, because she gets very upset. Very routine, young kids are. She's not going to see Pat Sajak. Now, he's not going to start till
Tell her that he just got a bunch of work done. Like, no, it's him. He's got a facelift.
There's this stuff called Botox.
Yeah, I would just say that. But same guy, honey buddy.
Someday you'll probably want to get it too. And way down the road, when I'm out of the picture, you can do what you want with your body. I'll put Botox in when you're 19 months old. Come on. Can't do that.
What's wrong with you?
So I'm really bummed out. Tonight's the last one. And last night I watched this live because we were watching it together. And Vanna White gave an emotional tribute to Pat Sajak. Now, she had to record it because she was afraid she couldn't even get through it live as she was so emotional about it. So they were live on the show. And then they said, here's Vanna. She's got a message. And here's what she said.
I don't know how to put into words what these past 41 years have meant to me. 8,000 episodes went by like that. When I first started, I was so green. You made me so comfortable and made me so confident. You made me who I am. You really did. We've grown up on television, and life events we shared with our families are my favorite. We've watched our children grow up together. We've traveled all over the world. We've eaten hundreds of meals together. We've laughed. We've cried. Oh, gosh. What an incredible and unforgettable journey we've had. You're like a brother to me, and I consider you a true lifelong friend who I will always adore.
That was
I love you, Pat.
Oh, Vanna White with Pat Sajak last night saying goodbye.
That's so sweet.
Isn't it?
It is sweet. I do, like, you know, there's certain people out there that you wish would have ended up together. Like, if they were together. How funny if they would have honestly fallen in love and gotten married. That'd be awesome.
When I was a kid,
no offense to who they ended up with.
Well, I thought they were married when I was a kid when I watched the show.
Right, they just seem like they're just a duo. They just go together.
Yeah, and they play off each other well. You know, Pat Sajak from Chicago, by the way, went to Farragut High School and Columbia College grad, like Case the producer. Case the producer, Columbia College in the house.
Case said he always wanted to be the most successful person from Columbia College. It's going to be a tough one.
It's Pat Sajak, Andy Richter, and then I think me. I think that's the list we're looking at here.
That's pretty much the list.
It's pretty good. Nothing wrong with third, baby. Get a little bronzy bronze.
Yeah, so Pat Sajak's gone. Ryan Seacrest will take over in September. So it's going to be like 3 months of reruns, I guess.
I guess, yeah. I know it's going to be tough for you.
I can sell that to Harper. She won't remember it's a rerun.
No. What they should do is they should dive deep into the archives and show really old Wheel of Fortune episodes.
So they've been showing old clips all week on it. Yeah, it's been pretty good. But here's my question, because is there a show that when it ended, you actually were emotional and depressed about in a way because it was over? Even if it was really good, like the ending was awesome, everything went 41 years, But when it was over, you felt empty.
Yes.
You feel an emptiness with the show gone. Because
Yes.
I'm re-binging The Sopranos right now, and I'm now in the last season. I've seen it, the whole thing 3 times. And I'm starting to get bummed that I'm almost at the end again. I've seen it already, and I'm getting depressed.
I feel this way about The Office. I've watched it all the way through 3 or 4 times.
And you probably watched it in real time, too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I just hate it. It bums me out. One, with The Office, you have to go through it twice because when Michael Scott leaves, you lose your mind and cry, bawl my eyes out at that episode where he like hugs Jenna Fisher. It's the sweetest thing in the world. So you cry that, so you have to go through that loss.
When they're at the airport.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's just the worst experience. Oh.
That's what I mean.
No, how about you just hit me with a car? Like, that sucks. And then you got to do the ending of the whole thing and the wedding. I can't handle it.
Wow, you're
And
getting emotional again.
it really, really bummed me out. Like, and every time I watch it, and you're so happy for them, but especially, spoiler alert, because
boy.
Jim and Pam are like moving. So the thing is some shows end and you're like, oh, well, they're all still just together.
Yeah.
And you get to live in that happy utopia. Well, you know that a lot of people are leaving the office, and you're like, so they're not together after this. And it makes me sad.
You know what a mind-blowing fact is, by the way? I don't know if you know this, but tying it in with me just talking about The Sopranos, when he left, they floated the idea that James Gandolfini, Tony Soprano, was going to replace him on the show.
That's right.
Which doesn't make sense at all, to be honest, in a way. But he still had a contract with HBO, even though Sopranos had ended. And they had a bunch of projects for him that were going to, kind of probably be mob-related. And he didn't want to do that, so he delayed those projects. And he wanted to try The Office because he is a funny guy and thought he could do it, and he couldn't do it because of that reason.
That's crazy.
And then he died, so they can't do it. They couldn't do anything with it at all.
And with all due respect to him, because he's a great actor, James Spader ended up replacing Michael Scott, and that sucked. I do not like Robert California, the character, so it would have been much better had it been James Gandolfini.
Yeah. Or it could have been just a nice train wreck. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened. But check it if there's a show that, like, when it ended, you were depressed, even if it was a great show, or, whatever, 312-591-8300. Like, I remember The Walking Dead. Again, spoiler alert. When they killed Shane off, and that was kind of early in the show.
Yeah.
And then later I would see if they kept Shane alive. This scene's perfect for him. Those a-hole writers wrote him off in the second season. God. He was the best, Shane. If you watch The Bear, the guy who played Shane in The Walking Dead is his dead brother. In the flashback scenes.
Okay.
That's Shane from The Walking Dead. Oh, he was
Game of Thrones, I love Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And they did that where they kill off, like, no one's safe. Like, your lead character is like, well, they're probably going to die. You don't get that, like, Vinny Chase isn't going to die in Entourage. You can go to sleep at night and know he's going to be alive in the next episode. Game of Thrones does not care how you feel. So you're terrified all the time. And there was many moments where I'm like, wow, well, I wish that guy would have stayed alive because that would have been really helpful right now.
Can't believe they killed off Vinny Chase before the premiere of Queens Boulevard.
Exactly.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, we just played the emotional tribute Vanna White had for Pat Sajak last night because tonight is the last Wheel of Fortune with Pat Sajak. It's at 6:30 on ABC. It's in my library on my YouTube TV. I have to save all of them because my kid Harper, she loves Wheel of Fortune, and I got to figure out how to make the adjustment to her. Harper, come over here. I got to talk to you, man.
Sit on my lap.
So there was a show called American Idol.
Mm-hmm.
They had a host on there.
They had 2 hosts. There was Dunkelman and there was Seacrest.
Boy,
Poor Dunkelman.
What a bad decision. So if you don't know that, in the beginning of American Idol, those were 2 guys were on there, and then they wanted to do a second season, and they offered Dunkelman a salary he didn't think was appropriate.
Yes.
And they offered Ryan Seacrest the same salary. And he said, I'm in. I got you. I'm here. And Dunkelman said, nah, I'm holding out for money. And they finally just said, you know what? Let's just go with one. Ryan Seacrest sounds
See,
good.
why do we have 2 hosts? I'm thinking about it.
And I just looked it up because I was talking about that with Kenzie in the break, and Ryan Seacrest is now worth $450 million.
Doing pretty good.
Now, I don't know about Brian Dunkelman. Look up his net worth.
He's worth $451 million. He really showed Ryan Seacrest.
Well, he's been on interviews and stuff, and he tried to, he talks about I made the right decision at the time for what I could do. Well, this is rough.
What's he worth?
$100,000.
It's an IOU.
That's money that Ryan Seacrest lended him.
That's rough. I mean, this shows that every decision in your life has consequences. You got to have the vision
What's
to
a
think
dark
about.
way to view it?
You have to think about the vision of where it could go,
Yep.
you know?
You're exactly right. Every time you look in the mirror, you should be wanting to be Seacrest and not Dunkelman.
That's the lesson of the day.
Remember that.
That should be a takeaway
That
today.
absolutely should be.
So a lot of people were checking in. I asked the question about shows that you just got depressed on and then were over. JR checked in and said Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Pretty
Oh, yeah.
pretty pressed about that.
That's a really sad finale.
When he's in the empty house, that just sucks.
You know what's weird?
Huh.
Is I've seen the show, and I remember the end. Now I do.
Yeah.
But that meme goes around everywhere with him in an empty
Yes.
house. I forgot that was it. That was the last
Yeah.
I thought that was just a regular episode of something funny that was going on.
They were redoing the entire house. Just sitting and everything. What do you think was happening?
It's the one where they remodel the living room.
Of course. Everyone knows that episode.
He came in and went, Uncle Phil, where's my bed? God, I forgot that was so sad.
It was so sad.
Yeah.
Friends, because they're moving out of the beautiful apartment and they leave the keys all in a circle.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Marion checked in from Villa Park. Says, this is how I feel about Law and Order SVU every time a new season ends. But the thing is, another one's coming. They're on like season 38 or something.
And they're not going to stop anytime soon.
So is it a new cast every season?
No, it's been that, how do you say her name? Margoski?
Well,
something.
then why is it sad? They're still going.
Just because the one season's over, they got to wait for another season.
Oh. I thought it was like American Horror Story where like a new season means new everyone.
No, it's the same people. For the most part, they made a few changes, but double features. Mike checked in. Last Man on Earth with Will Forte.
Great show. Really underrated. Really underappreciated show.
He said he got canceled after a huge cliffhanger and never came back.
Which same thing happened to My Name is Earl, by the way.
Oh, great show.
A
My
show
Name
that
is
I
Earl.
hold near and dear to my heart, and they left that show with a cliffhanger, and nobody's ever been able to figure out what direction the show was going to go.
What kind of cliffhanger did My Name is Earl have?
Have you ever seen that show, Kenzie?
I mean, pieces. I never thought, my God, what's going to happen next?
It's so good, that show.
How could this possibly end? I never have that kind of feeling.
There's a lot of storylines.
You know what's funny is that we're going to talk about My Name is Earl and my Saving Private Ryan review coming up at 8 o'clock, too.
Oh,
Not the last
boy.
time you're going to hear about it, but the cliffhanger there was that Joy's son, Dodge, they found out that Crabman might not be his dad. There is a whole paternity
Oh,
situation.
jeez.
Oh, so good.
Well, Ozark, man. Ozarks get ya.
Ozark left stuff on the table. I wouldn't call it a cliffhanger, but they certainly left, that thing could have went 4 more seasons.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm like, well, let's do another one.
That's why I like it, because they just ended it how they did, which, spoiler alert. No, I'm not going to say it. You might still not
I
have seen
kind
it.
of want to say it.
Go ahead. You say it. You ruin
That
it.
last episode, you have time right now. You have time right now to earmuffs it, okay? Warning,
No.
warning, warning, warning. Earmuff, earmuff, earmuff. I cannot believe Ruth died.
Oh, I thought that. Oh, God.
I was so happy that her whole family dies because of this family. And I was like, yes, she is going to make it. That's my girl. She's going to have this nice house. We were so close the last 5 minutes of the movie.
I guess.
Or the show.
I came to the conclusion I had to really sit with that for a while, Kenzie, as
Pissed
well.
me off.
And they just wanted to show how bad of people they were.
So I got to see like a background of this with Jason Bateman talking about it. And he said the whole concept was obviously Ruth's family had lived there forever or whatever. And he goes, we were almost trying to mimic like nature as if their family was the dominant species and totally wiped her entire family out. Because it was these two families that were well known. Just one was for, better known for other reasons, right?
Yeah.
And that was the concept. It was like she couldn't survive because we were wiping, like we had to wipe them out.
Like locusts.
Terminum. Yeah. Just take over. Isn't that insane?
Well, keep this going. In fact, we might move this over to Facebook and talk about those shows that you were just depressed when they end. And when they ended, because some of your piece of your life is out. And now, Case the producer, are going to give you kind of an awakening, an opening. He's seen Saving Private Ryan for the first time ever in honor of the 80th anniversary of D-Day yesterday. Never saw it. And in case you're new to the show, he's never seen any big movie. This is a new path we've been on for like, 3 or 4 months. He's now seen things like Shawshank Redemption and Braveheart and Back to the Future. So when we come back in 5 minutes, we'll play some Linkin Park here, and then we'll come back and do it.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.